Wagwan, everybody. I am your Jamaican Queen, Miss Y. You are tuned into How I See It TV, and this is Accurate Context. Before I get into the content of this live stream, please remember to like this video, share the link to my channel if you feel like the content needs some more crowd. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter now called X at How I See It and on TikTok at How I See It TV. Good morning to you all. Thank you for joining me. And I'm going to try to make this quick, y'all, because I got to go to work. But listen, I'm a content creator, right? So I'm going to make everything content within reason, but I'm gonna make everything content. So today I'm going to make a comment content. But before I do so, here are my live stream rules. Like and share the live. Do not put any CC's name in the chat unless they are present in the chat. Be respectful. No expletives, no full caps. Allow space to agree to disagree. Okay? Simple rules we can all follow, right? All right, so let's get into this. So this morning I woke up and I saw this comment under one of my videos. And I'm not, if y'all want to see who left the comment, y'all can go to the video. It's my review of Love and Marriage Huntsville, the last episode that was on Saturday. But I'm not going to say the person's name, but I'm going to read the comment though. So this is the comment that they left in my yard, and y'all know that's what I call my live stream chat or the comment section if you're a part of the replay gang. So the comment goes, this man was doing a live on his newly built home. First of all, the home isn't built yet. He was showing us the foundation, but I get what you're saying. But let's be accurate over here, okay? Because this is accurate context. And then out of nowhere, here comes this strange woman asking about TV. Well, almost everybody on that live that Marsaw did on Saturday were strangers. Marsaw is a public figure who is on television. So while he's on his social media, guess what? People are going to ask about TV. I was not the only one in his comments asking about TV. However, I was one of the only ones who he replied to, and respectfully so too. Now, I don't know how Marsa took the questions on the chin and was very respectful in his responses, but his fandom, majority women, child, I don't know why y'all taking up for Marcel more than Tisha taking up for him. But majority of these women over there in his comments are so butthurt because I asked some sincerely respectful questions. Now, I think the questions continue to go over some of his fans' heads. So, the question I asked, I'm not even gonna pull up the question because I want y'all to go check the video out. I'm gonna link it in the description box. The question I asked was simply this. This Instagram live, this was my mindset. This Instagram live that Marsaw did gave so much more context into what he and Tisha has going on in terms of building Scott Manor. And the narrative was they're not doing anything up there with the land, da 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 da, they owe people. This is the narrative that's out there. This is my thought process, right? So here he is popping out, showing people, because this is Marsaw's words now. He says, somebody called OSHA on him. That's what he said. And because somebody was hating on him, then now he gotta pop out and be a little bit boastful about what they got going on up there on Scott's Manor, right? So I was like, okay, so you're showing us that y'all are actually building. Cool, 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 cool. But why is this part of your life not being shown on TV? Again, he is a public figure on television. I don't think it was so far of a reach to ask why this particular aspect of his life isn't shown more on TV, right? Versus we seeing them on TV, meaning them, Tisha and Marcel, seeing them on TV. And what it looks like is all the producers want to do is show them talking about Melody and Martell, or Melody or Martell. And so in my review of the Love and Marriage Huntsville episode on Saturday, I pointed out that in the scene that Marsau and Tisha had, they proved my point because all they did was talk about Melody and Martell. So let me continue with this comment. So the person says, my first lie, Marsau and Tisha asked, Marsau and Tisha talked about the trip. The first person they discussed was Shanita. Who is Shanita, y'all? Melody's friend. So essentially, they're talking about Melody, right? Because even in talking about Shanita, Melody's name was brought up. Oh, who's Shanita? Melody's friend. I don't want Shanita, a stranger, coming in, getting in between what Melody and I got going on, because Melody and I were in a better place. Melody, Melody, Melody. So, how did I lie? The second person that they talked about, according to this comment, was Trisha. Even in talking about Trisha, they were still talking about Melody and Martell. Trisha got something going on with Martell. Trisha supposedly went to Martell's house and trained Martell. Martell, Martell, Martell. Again, proving my point. All y'all do is talk about Melody and Martell. The third thing that they talked about was Destiny and Martell. Destiny's relationship with Melody. How Destiny said Melody supposedly was teaching Coleslaw how to respectfully cheat. Melody feeling like there's something going on between Destiny and Martell. And Marcel saying, I could see why, because Martell says some inappropriate things when it comes to Destiny. So once again, the conversation circled back to who? Melody and Martell. So again, how did I lie? Then she goes on to say in the comment, Tisha actually said Mel and I are good. If you watch the entire review, I did say that too, that they are in a better place. And then they say, but of course, that's not going to help you monetize your channel. First of all, I've done so many videos that have garnered so many views. Thank you to my subscribers, where I've talked about how Melody and Tisha are in a better place. How Melody even said in an interview that Tisha messaged her for Mother's Day, how she gave Tisha some advice that she's never going to share, blah, 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 blah. I've talked about this. But to say I'm keeping up tall tales when the episode spoke for itself, the episode backed up everything I said to Marsaw on his Instagram, which is the producers make it seem as if all you and Tisha have going on is being invested in Melody and Martell's life. And their scene after the girls' trip proved that. Then the person is going to say, The very fact that Marshawn told you on his live that you have a problem separating his real life from this TV show is very telling. First of all, Marshawn never said that. He never said that. So go back over there to the comment section under that video and go see exactly what he said. What he did say was that he doesn't agree with what I was trying to insinuate in in my questions. First of all, I wasn't insinuating anything. I was speaking from a point of my observation. And then he's countered with he could put up a wager and bet me anything that 90% of the time he's not talking about Melody and Martell, and that in fact, Melody and Martell have talked about them more. But the scene on Saturday night proved what I already know to be the truth from season one to where we're at now, that the producers paint the Scots like two people who don't want to be transparent about their personal life and are very invested in things that have to do with Melody and Martell. And my question was, are you showing this? Are you showing that y'all are building Scott Manor? Are y'all showing the ups and downs of your real life? And the reason why I even asked that question is because Marsa mentioned TV in that Instagram live stream for all his fans who are so mad that I asked questions. He said that people think that everybody on TV have money. He talks about TV. So that opened the door for me to ask questions about TV. Marshawn and Letitia, they are public figures. And that means that they should have an understanding that their personal and professional lives, it's going to be scrutinized and questioned by the public, including on their social media platforms like Instagram or wherever else they show up. And that is whether or not they're talking about TV. Because why? There's public curiosity. You're on TV. You got fans and you got followers and you got haters alike that are going to be naturally curious about what you are doing as a public figure. Social media culture is another reason. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, it encourages engagement and interaction. Because he's a public figure, he's going to have media attention. As a YouTuber reporting on the lives of celebrities, more most like as a YouTuber, sorry, reporting on the lives of celebrities, including reality TV stars, I'm going to if I see a window where I can ask some questions and get some content, guess what? I am going to use that window. I'm going to use that window. And now the end of this comment, separating his real life from the TV show, I think when once you're on a reality TV show, it becomes a blurred line. Because in my response, and I should have screenshotted my response to this comment, I said, I said, is black is the Black Cigar Lounge that they reference on the reality TV show not their real life? Is their marriage not their real life? Because they sprinkle in, things about Black on Love and Marriage Huntsville, but isn't that also their real life? Is black on TV separate and apart from black on social media or quote unquote in their quote unquote real life? Are they not married in real life? Do they not have children in real life? I, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand. If you're a celebrity on reality TV and you're sharing personal aspects of your life on reality TV, you should expect that there's going to be a blurred line between reality, quote unquote, your everyday life, and narratives that are created for you on reality TV. And at times, people are not going to differentiate because, as I said, we cannot differentiate between the black that they show or they talk about on Love and Marriage Huntsville and the black that exists in Huntsville in real life. Both are the same. So if I'm talking about something that happens to do with black on the TV show, then guess what? It's also impacting black as a whole in its everyday existence. So that comment, that was, I saw what you were trying to do, but you failed. That entire conversation in their kitchen was about Melody and Martell, whether directly or indirectly. Talking about Shanita essentially was talking about Melody. Talking about Destiny was also talking about Melody and Martell. Talking about Trish was talking about Melody and Martell. Where were their personal stories in that conversation? As I asked in my live review on Saturday, well, on Sunday morning. I said, I can understand recapping the trip, but after you recap the trip, can we have a conversation about what y'all have going on? Like, hey, Tisha, now that you're back, we got to go do this deal with Scold. Hey, Tisha, now that you're back, we got to take the kids, da 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 da. There was none of that. It was literally a conversation about the trip, focusing on Melody, Martell, and everybody else. And there was nothing about them. So if you are a fan of any person on reality TV, but let me break it down to just Love and Marriage Huntsville. Because child, this sector, it's if you are a fan of somebody on Love and Marriage Huntsville, understand that they are public figures. People are going to talk about them. People are going to scrutinize them. But the difference between me and some of the other people in this sector is that I don't lie on these people. My commentary on Marsaw responding to my question was me telling the truth. I didn't come to my YouTube channel and put words in his mouth. And everybody that saw that live stream and saw my commentary on that Instagram exchange with me and Marsaw know that I didn't put any words in his mouth. However, what I did was I gave my opinion. Everybody that watched my review of the last episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all know I didn't lie on anybody. I looked at the scene for what it was, and then I shared my opinion. So clearly, this person that left this comment, you either didn't really watch the show or you didn't listen to my review. And for as long as Marsaw is attached to this reality TV show, if he goes live on Instagram and I see it fit to ask a particular question about the reality TV show that shows elements of his real life, then I'm going to do so. And yes, I'm going to use it for content. Absolutely going to monetize the video. I don't know if that was supposed to be a read, but girl, yes, as a content creator, I monetize my videos. Well, that was my rant, y'all. That was my rant. Hi, Yvette Bell. Thank you for joining me in the yard. Karen, thank you for joining me in the yard. Dragonfly Alchemist, thank you for joining me in the yard. Apple Pete says, I don't see any CC line on the Scots. They call them out for their lies. Period. I, for one, have never lied on these people. So I don't know what this commenter was trying to like. Lie number one: Marsaw and Tisha talked about the trip. They did talk about the trip, and I did say that they talked about the trip. And then she's breaking down the people who they discussed in on the trip in their recap of the trip, and every person that Tisha mentioned had some connection with Melody. Melody was still inserted. She was talking about Shanita, Melody was inserted. Martell was inserted, proving my point that the producers make the Scots look like they are hyper focused on Melody and Martell at all times. It's the facts. I'm just saying. And they don't talk enough about their personal lives. And that is why I asked the question that I asked. It seems like there's so many things that is happening in their personal story of the show. Why is it that elements of this is not being shown? And then Marsaw, even during the live, somebody asked him during the live, because I didn't catch the live. I catch the playback of the live. And during the live, somebody asked him, is this going to be shown on the show? And his answer was, I don't know, but I'm showing it on my Instagram. So I don't understand why all these people are so mad at me for asking him questions about TV when during the actual live, he answered questions about TV. So she's going to say this man was doing a live on his newly built home, and then out of nowhere, here comes this strange woman asking him about TV. There were people on the live asking him about TV. So this is why we say these people don't keep up with their faves. Because had that been Melody, I would have known that somebody had asked her a question about the television show on her live. I would have known this. So I wouldn't have been up in arms. And then not only that, when Melody is on Instagram or TikTok doing lives, we are all asking her questions about the show, even if she's not talking about the show. Melody understands being a public persona. These other people and their fans obviously don't. But I think Marsaw does understand being a public figure, because the way he answered my questions showed that. It's his fans, obviously, that have no idea about what being a public figure means. Child, I saw something about that, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Good morning, Miss D. We know him from TV. Why wouldn't we? Thank you. Thank you. That's where we know this man from. And they act as if they've never talked. They didn't come on the show talking about Scott Manor. Child, you came on Love and Marriage Huntsville talking about Scott Manor. Of course, people are going to ask questions about Scott's Manor. I'm just saying. Marcel did say a while back in that framed house that you have to see his social media to see his real life. And that's the problem right there. They want to act as if reality TV doesn't in part show their real life. In some interviews, they're like, we're showing our real life. And then all of a sudden, it's see my real life on social media. Like, that makes no sense. You can't want to have it both ways. But y'all, I gotta go. That was it. That was my content. See, as a content creator, I'm gonna use everything for content. If I engage with a celebrity on social media and they respond to me, I don't care if it's A list, B list, C list, D list, celebrity. They respond, and I feel like it could be content. I'm gonna use it for content. If you come in my comments saying foolishness, trying to paint me as a liar, I'm gonna use you for content. I'm going to use these public figures for content. So if that makes you feel some type of way, then maybe you should not enter this space. Good morning, IPV. I'm gonna read this last comment and then I gotta go. Marcel and Tisha are not public figures. They are Chan, but Miss Betsy. Give me your phone. Tisha needs to I'm not gonna go there. As an educator, I believe that she has been doing speech therapy. She's gotten very much better actually when it comes to her speech. The Tisha from season 1 in terms of speech and the Tisha that she is today are not the same people. So I'll give that to her. I'll give that to her. Um and this was in Miss Betsy's own opinion, okay? The opinions expressed herein are solely my own and should not be deemed as facts. I bear no responsibility for the thoughts and opinions of those engaging with this content during the live chats or in the comments section. All things expressed therein are alleged and or in my opinion or in the opinions of the people in my chat, okay? I had to put that disclaimer up real quick. Thanks for your comment, Miss Betsy. Hi, all the tea in China, Phyllis, and y'all. And as Dragonfly perfectly wraps this up for me, today is a good day to have a good day, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank y'all for tuning in. I will see y'all in these YouTube streets. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and until then, walk good. Bye.